Guys, it's time we have a serious conversation. This has been on my mind for a little bit, and it's about time we do a video about it. We must talk about the best written character in anime. Period. You see him? You see him, right? Ichimaru. Now, when I say he's the best written character in anime, this is 100% my opinion on this, but it's a strong opinion. When I say he's the best written character in anime, I don't mean he is the best character in anime or anything of that nature. He's not the main character of Bleach. He's not even the main bad guy of Bleach. He's not even a bad guy. And that's to my point. That is to my exact point why he is the best written character in anime. But first off, welcome back to Props to Anime, where here we're doing kind of a duo video of, if you know what that dude is. If you don't, look back on the past video that explains what that is. But this is a special homage to Ichimaru. But it's more focused on why he's one of my favorite anime characters. My daughters, they question it. Every single one of them. All three of them. They question, why am I so high on Gin? Y'all may question why I'm so high on Gin.
There's even less reason for him to want to save Ichigo and Renji. Why would he say such a thing?
You think I'm kidding? I am.
See, in that right there, the sarcasm and the selling of him being this bad guy, I could see why y'all thought he was bad, just based on his actions right there. But he knew what he was doing.
How could he have shattered my strength so easily?
He knew what he was doing, and if you look at any of the things that he was doing, definitely in Awakened Mundo when they infiltrated it, everything he was playing chess. Gin was playing chess. You would think that whole time that Gin did bad things, even though he had his flip. You'll think, oh man, he was still a bad guy. It doesn't matter if he was in love and all this and that. He did horrible things. To the contrary, you need to watch Bleach again. I don't want to send y'all to do a whole watch back of Bleach, or even just watch the non-filler episodes, but if you look back, as I have, he did absolutely nothing wrong. Honestly, if you look back on it, he did right. Ichigo would have been dead. He would have been dead. You would not even have Bleach. You would have not even had Bleach if Gin did not save that man. He saved him. Oh yeah, he saved him. You can go back on the footage.
Impale him. Shinzo!
Gin saved Ichigo at the gates. If Ichigo got in at that point without getting some of the advice and training that he got prior to actually going into the Serete, he'd been dead. He'd been dead right there. The captain's already right there ready for him. Gin saved him. And also, why Gin's one of my favorite, because in all honesty, Gin's honestly low-key stronger than probably your favorite character, and you just didn't realize it because you forgot. But I'll remind you later. One of the main things with what my daughters tell me is, oh my god, he looks so creepy. Alright, look at Gin. Look at him. Look at this man. Okay, now let me tell you what people tell me as you look at him. Okay? Let me tell you what people tell me all the time, because I have what they call resting bitch face, I guess. They always tell me, Smile. You should smile more. You should smile. That's what this man is doing. He's smiling. And you gonna say he look creepy? This is exactly why. This is exactly why I don't do as they say and smile all the time. Because people think it's creepy. He's just trying to be a nice guy. Okay? Not to mention, he has the best sounding Zanpakuto out of any Soul Reaper. Challenge me on this. Shinzo, and then the Bankai, Kazishimi Nuyari.
Bankai. Kamishi Ninoyari.
Whose Bankai sounds better than that? Nobody's. And I do not want to hear about Captain Korosuchi and his Easy Hazi Josie Jizo. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. But anyways, I'm not going to go too much in detail as to the things you think he did. If you think he did something bad, tell me. Put it in the comments. The bad thing that Gin has done. Anything. I have one, actually, technically, and like I said, this is not gonna be a long video about Gin. I mean, we know what his point in the anime was. He was in love. I mean, he was young, in love with Rangiku, wanted to protect her, made a decision after he found out who was basically, quote unquote, who abused her and took her power and hurt her. He made a oath to her that she would not be hurt again. So what he did was he infiltrated who he knew was the culprit behind that, which was Sosuke Aizen. And he did everything. He didn't care about anybody else. Let's be real. He only cared about Rangiku. Now, if that's your sole reason to say, oh, he's a bad guy because he's putting everybody else at risk, then so be it. People do that all the time. I mean, I mentioned my daughters. I would probably put everybody at risk to make sure they're safe, right? And there's people in your life that you love that you would probably put other people at risk for. I mean, that's the nature of the beast. Gin did that. He put everybody at risk because he knew what he had to do to take down Aizen. In Gin's mind, which I don't think he was wrong about it. He was the only one that felt that he could defeat Aizen. So he knew, he put a plan out and tried to strike at the right time to defeat him. So he goes through this whole plan. There's everything that he's done with Aizen. But like I said, I will list the two things that he did wrong. Okay, there's two things he did wrong. Like I said, as far as why he's the most well-written character in anime, like I said, there are people, and I'll use my daughters for example, that believe through this whole thing, they've seen everything from Bleach, from beginning to end, and they still believe Gin's a bad guy. They still think he's a bad guy, he's evil, what have you. But like I said, if you see it over, you will see that Gin did absolutely nothing wrong, and that's the gist of why he's such a well-written character. For somebody who's not a focus of the anime, have such an impact of wrongdoing and did nothing, and then ends up turning out to be one of the good guys, quote unquote. If you want to consider him that, a lot of people don't. I do. He risked a lot. He risked a lot to do what he did, and that's why it got me. I think the moment that it turned for me for Gin was where I figured out myself when I was watching the anime that Gin was not who we thought he was because I was starting to see spoilers for Tozen as what I guess an Arankar, his form, or Spada form, or his hollow form. And I was so interested because I liked Gin. And I liked Gin because he's a sarcastic asshole, right? I already liked him. So when I saw Tozen's outfit, I was like, man, Gin's is going to be dope, dude. If this is Tozen's outfit, man, Gin's outfit's going to be dope. So I looked up and I could not find anything. I couldn't find anything. So I'm like, wait a minute, Gin doesn't have a cool ass transformation? So I was like, okay, maybe I got to wait to watch. I watched, and then when I saw the fight between him and Ichigo, I'm like, ah, Gin's got something going on, man. Gin's got something going on, and I start thinking back, and I'm like, yo, Gin's not pushing the go button at any point with Aizen, and even Aizen's kind of curious, kind of suspecting. Gin's got ulterior motives. Like if you watch the subbed part, which I did watch a little bit of subbed, and I don't watch subbed often, but when I watch the sub part of Bleach, there's a lot of
Gin.
questions. Question mark. Gin from Aizen. Start wondering, Gin's got something up his sleeve. Then when you finally see it, and what he was hoping for when he fought Ichigo was that Ichigo was strong enough to take down Aizen. He wasn't. So Gin had to go on with his plan. And then when it was all said and done, and he was, last breath, all that good stuff, he got his eyes on Ichigo, and he's like, now you're strong enough. So he knew he could leave and Ichigo would close it out. So he's a special character. He's a special character. I hate that a lot of people don't see it. He deserves all the accolades from me, and he's always gonna have them. He's always gonna have them. He's gonna be back here. He's gonna be back here behind me. He got my back. To close out, I said there were two things that he did wrong. All right, so this is what y'all probably waiting for. Now, the first thing is kind of up for debate. Now, this is a kind of a real thing. He did kill the third seat of the 5th division. I think when he joined Aizen, he killed the third seat to take his spot. Now, if you're saying that's one of the bad things that he did, understand that third seat was somebody who was following Aizen. So that guy was not a good guy. Take it for what you will. Gin found a spot that he could get in there. Aizen asked, I believe, what did you think of him? And Gin didn't think much of him. So you could say that was one person that he killed and it was a bad thing, but it wasn't really if he was following Aizen, right? All right. The other thing, now this is more of a legit gripe of Gin, all right? And this is a lot of y'all may agree for sure. But he stopped probably what would be the most epic fight in Bleach that would have happened. And he stopped it early on. I have two things to say about this. Here, I mean, you see it for yourself what happened.
Has the skill required for something like that.
Why don't you test me then?
I don't think you really mean that.
Try me.
My most sincere apologies, Squad 6 Captain. I assure you, it was not my intention to offend you in any way. Please give my regards to your sister, alright?
Spidey, damn it! Let me at him!
So, what had happened was Byakuya Kuchi and Kenpachi Zaraki were about to get into it. They're about to get into it. They're about to fight. They're about to go to blows. And somehow, Gin, with some rope, tied up the most powerful Soul Reaper captain in Bleach with some bandages and carried him off. Now, at the time, watching the anime, you don't realize how powerful Zaraki is. But as things move on, you know how powerful he is. For Gin to do that, question how powerful Gin is. Go ahead and question it. For him to just do that easily to Zaraki, who's doing that? Who's doing that? You're gonna tell me that Gin ain't that guy? Gin is that guy, alright? Gin is that guy with little effort. He just took Zaraki off. Your guy. Yeah, your guy. And to say the least, when it comes to Gin, I mean, the sacrifice he made. Like, it was so calculated. Like, he literally thought that he was the only one that could have took out Aizen, which he was the last. Okay. When it comes to Ichigo and everything Ichigo did to finally take out Aizen, look at that as a joint effort of everybody involved, down to his dad, sacrificing and getting him to learn the final Getsuga Tenshu. Gin did this by himself. By himself. There was a lot involved and a lot of risk. But when it came down to it, yo, he's earned favorite character status in Bleach for me. I have other favorite characters, but Gin, just his whole story the way he was. And like me, I'd like to win battles with words. And that is what he did. He won every battle with his words. He didn't even need to fight. And he didn't fight a lot. And that's, I guess, why he's that dude for me. And why, to me, like I said, he is the best written anime character in any anime that I've seen. If somebody else comes up and I feel that they're better written, then I'll let you know. But he deserves his flowers. Gin is that guy. But that's it. That's really all I got in regards to Gin. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I can take it. Because no matter what you say, Gin's my guy. Alright? And you can watch Bleach over and over. Now, maybe the manga says something different. But as far as the anime goes, Bleach and Bleach, hey, yo, Gin is flawless, man. He did what he did for love. Booba, whatever, I don't know, but Gin is that guy. All right. So, anyways, if you like this video, like it. Subscribe to the channel. You want to see more content? We got more stuff coming up. I think Bree's also working on a video. If you haven't seen the solo leveling stuff, I got some more reaction videos coming to y'all soon. I think we got what, 5 and 6. So we will get on that pretty soon. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, props to anime, out.
Bye-bye now. If tomorrow you were to turn into a snake and you began devouring humans, if with that same mouth you told me you loved me, would I still be able to say, I love you, the same way I do today?